What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to cover one of my favorite original characters, and I know I say original as if he didn't come out in like 2022 or 2021, but this guy, I was such a huge fanboy of this guy when he first came out. I got him as a 5-star when 5 stars were still like part of the meta, and I used the absolute heck out of him. And I don't know why I haven't ranked him as a 7-star as highly as I should, because I still absolutely love him. Of course, I'm referring to none other than Shang-Chi. This guy, I'm kind of like surprised that he is still as powerful as he is, because when he first came out, I was beyond shocked that he was released the way he was. He's just so strong, so much utility. You know, the flat stun duration on that Wushu strike, where it does not get reduced by any means. It's crazy, man. He feels so powerful. So now we're going to go for this, and then a little bit of this, and a single special 2. Winter Soldier is already down. Bop, 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 and ka-chow. Within one loop there, Winter Soldier was already almost dead. So one special 2 into special 2. Winter Soldier almost already dead. That was crazy. So I love this guy so much. I think he's just so useful and so much fun. The control you have over a matchup, the power to stop the opponent from being annoying with evade and unstoppable, the complete like power manipulation you have by pushing the opponents to special 2 only. You can literally, in most situations, unless there's like a purify or an evade that can't be reduced by ability accuracy, you can prevent the opponent from throwing special ones in an entire matchup. Let me show you a perfect example of that with one of the most annoying champions in the game to throw special ones, Nick Fury. So like I said, one of the most annoying champions in the game to throw a special 1 on defense is Nick Fury. So I'm going to show you how to prevent Fury from throwing a single special 1 in his first life, and then also how to basically get the guaranteed kill in his second life. So what you want to do is you want to go for a 4-hit combo, and then you're going to want a heavy attack to reset the strikes. Dash back, use that unblockable, or just, get an opening, doesn't matter. Then you're going to go for your full 5-hit combo, your medium, then your heavy attack. And you're going to do the same thing roughly. 3-hit combo, and then you're going to go for a full 5-hit combo. Push Nick Fury over 2 bars of power again. And now we're going to start using our special 1. So that pushes him to 2. We're going to throw that. Throw the relic. Throw the full combo. Bait the special 2. And that should be Nick Fury dead. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I had to lock in there. It's kind of hard to talk while explaining that. But Nick Fury didn't throw a single special 2 in that, or special 1 in that whole fight. Mostly because I prevented him from being not stunned when he would have an opportunity to throw a special 1. He was always either stunned or being hit by me in some way, so I'm always pushing him above 2 bars of power. So that's just another interesting way to control power and manage a matchup with Shang-Chi, because man, that's even like a slower match for him. That was over a minute because it was Nick Fury, and you had to deal with all of the shenanigans of Nick Fury with his second life. And even then, it was still like relatively solid. It wasn't the fastest matchup in the world, but it was still very, very good. So another great matchup for Shang-Chi is Jessica Jones. Now, Jessica Jones is not as relevant of a defender because not everyone has the 7-star Jessica Jones, but if she becomes more relevant in the future and people start getting the 7-star more and more, she will be incredibly, Shang-Chi will be incredibly useful for her, because not only does he have slow, but he also has cleanse, and cleanse basically shuts off everything Jessica Jones has in her entire defensive kit. It just completely turns it off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slow her, and then I'm going to get my cleanse back. Medium, light, medium. And then we're going to go for a little combo here. We shrug off all the weakness. And, yeah, she's basically dead. So now I'm going to do a full combo into her block. Did not count because I started with a light attack. Pro tip there, don't do that. But even then, Jessica Jones just completely handled no defensive threat whatsoever, and even with my little mishap there of not doing the proper combo into block, 43 seconds, 100% health basically, very, very solid for Jessica Jones. Now, I have not tried Shang-Chi for Photon. I don't know if it would be the best matchup, but, you know, we're going to go try it right now to see if I can make it work. I'm thinking with that extended stun duration, he's probably going to be able to hit her before the untouchable ends. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get an opening here with an intercept, and then we're gonna wait. Look at that. Then we can whiff. We're gonna cleanse, and then we're gonna knock her down, send her into pure light form, no problem. Trying to get those perfectly timed dodges. Did not get any, but that's totally fine. And, I mean, Photon is almost dead. And there you go. The relic can't miss, and there's Photon down with Shang-Chi. So if you let that first pure light form expire at the beginning of the fight, and then you ramp back up, it's actually not that bad. He actually works fairly well for her. You just have to play it safe, and if you're getting those perfectly timed dodges as well, that's going to help even more because your special 2 is going to hit that much harder. So yeah, I didn't even know that matchup could work, and yeah, it works. I don't want to say it works amazingly, but it definitely works pretty well. So Shang-Chi has so much range as well. Like, the ramp up of his critical damage. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. The ramp up of his critical damage hits a fairly high ceiling. So, in his kit, critical hits grant plus 42 critical damage rating for the rest of the fight, max 300 hits. That's a lot of hits. It's a lot of hits. Not to mention, I only have mine at Sig 20. I'm missing an additional 10% burst damage. So those fights, all of them may have ended even sooner with that additional burst damage. Now, I don't think he needs Sig 200. I just think the Awaken ability is incredibly nice to have for the additional burst. But Sig 200, a Sig 200 Shang-Chi at rank 3 or rank 4 is probably an absolute animal. So now we're going to go fight Labyrinth Red Hulk, where we can really show off how high those numbers can get. Obviously, you know, I could build up 30 chi charges and have every hit of the special 2 be 50k. But, you know, that's not as fun as just building up a couple and then going for special 2s and seeing how high the damage can get. Obviously, seeing the big yellow numbers is fun, but it's nice to just build up like 9 or 10 while you're actually ramping to a special 2. And just seeing the numbers explode. Not to mention, we've got the Black Panther relic, which is giving us those cruelties every time we land a guaranteed crit. And also those physical vulnerabilities. So that's 10. And with 10, that's still 30,000, 30,000, 50,000 on the last hit. And these numbers are just going to keep going up. And like I said at the beginning, that stun is a flat stun, so Limber is not going to reduce its duration. Look at this, man. 5 chi charges, and we're still dealing almost 150,000 damage on that special 2. If you want to be cheeky, you can throw a special 1 to increase your ramp even further so you can have, less power to build more power to then build up to that special 2. Obviously, getting the perfectly timed dodges is incredibly helpful. But already, medium attacks are dealing 10,000 damage. Each special hit is dealing between 30 and 25,000, and that final hit is dealing 50k. So it's like, it's just crazy, man. The one thing about Shang-Chi that I wish was a little different, but I completely understand why it is the way it is you can't do light intercept combos and benefit from your Wushu strikes. It always has to be a medium, which in a way kind of allows you to play a lot safer because it puts you in full control of when you're doing combos. So in a way, it's actually kind of a safety net, and you kind of appreciate it over time because you're not just going to go for like rambunctious light intercepts where maybe you don't have the opportunity or maybe you shouldn't be going for those intercepts. You have to play in the way Shang-Chi forces you to play, So, this damage, man, we're only 100 hits in terms of the ramp up here. The damage can go so much higher. One of the best fights for Shang-Chi is Abyss Loot Cage. He completely shuts that fight down. It's not even funny how just he annihilates that fight. And we're probably going to be able to finish Red Hulk with just a couple of basic combos. Yeah, there you go. So, not the fastest for Ever's content, but by no means the fastest. But that damage just keeps going up and up and up. And you can see, I barely had chi charges when throwing my special 2. And each hit was still dealing like 25, 35, 50,000 damage. Crazy, man. Crazy. I think Shang-Chi is just so good. I love this character so much. And I don't know why I have not taken him to at least rank 3, because I adore this character so much. I think he's so useful and just will always maintain that relevance of he's got the slow, he's got the full control, he's got the cleanse, unblockable. He's got everything in the kit that you want a champion to have to be a damage and control beast. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, and I really hope that you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video.